With attendance at the 148th Kentucky Derby returning to full capacity for the first time in 3 years, head chef Kenneth Hardiman and his team are hard at work preparing the exclusive dishes that more than 45,000 guests will enjoy this year. Part of the preparation includes using more than 1,000 pounds of Vandalia onions during both the Kentucky Oaks and the Kentucky Derby events. Joining me today to bring that race experience to those who are watching at home is Chef Kenneth, who will show us how to prepare a dish he crafted for you to create in honor of this year's official Kentucky Derby. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited about this.
Now, first tell me, how long does it take to prepare for all of the guests you plan to feed this year?
Well, the planning period takes months to do it. I mean, there's a lot of logistics. There's a lot of supply chain things that we have to go undertake and make sure we're securing and procuring food, beverage, garnishes. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, but we have a great team here that's rallied and gotten this up together and uplifted. Everybody's excited about kicking off Derby 148 in full capacity here.
I bet, I bet. Now, the Kentucky Derby, we all know, is a huge deal, and Churchill Downs is a wonderful experience. In fact, my family and I visited there, during the off season, of course, and it's a phenomenal building. Tell us, what recipe are you planning to prepare for us today, and tell us, how do you guys go about getting those dishes out to all the attendants?
Well, we have some recipes featuring Vidalia onions that are in the actual that we're running in the building. Where there's going to be short ribs with Vidalia onion thyme demi. There's going to be Vidalia onions in our chicken with pancetta and fennel. For us, I created some recipes that for our guests for your Kentucky Derby at home party that you could do at home on your own. And what we're featuring today is a Vidalia onion and bourbon tarte tatin. It's a spin off of a French classical dish that I personally love and want to share with everyone. So we start off with our butter and get that melted, add sugar to create almost like a caramel sauce base. Then we add our Vidalia onion slices in there. And if you have like holes or pockets, cut up some onions and just plug those holes up. That way it's covering the whole pan. Then you're going to make sure your caramels are evenly distributed in the pan. Add your salt and your pepper. I like to finish off with some fresh herbs while it's cooking. The herb of choice I prefer as it complements the Vidalia is thyme, and then we're going to deglaze it with some water. Now the big thing I like to do is do that Kentucky twist on it, is add some bourbon to it. Maybe you can do a shot for yourself while you're drizzling it on the onions. Then that's going to soak up and add some flavor to it. Then we add our
Mhm.
pastry on here. We want to make sure we tuck the sides in to seal in those juices and that flavor, and then it's oven ready. We'll pop it in the oven, cook it till it's done, and then we'll pull it out and we'll cool it down till it gets to room temperature. Here's our tricky part of just popping this thing out and flipping it, and I decided to go big or go home. So I used a big cast iron, flipped it out, and then voila, we have the Vidalia onion and bourbon
Oh,
tarte tatin.
wow.
Now to plate it, I like to finish it off with a little salt, some local goat cheese. That's going to add some fat and some luxuriousness to this dish. And then also I like to go back and add some more fresh thyme leaves to it. It's going to add some pockets of flavor to it as well. And then I want to hit it with a little local honey at the end,
Ooh.
and our pie is ready to go. I mean, I'm salivating talking about it and looking at it. I mean, it has some brulees on there, and then we're going to cut us a piece off, and then we're going to finish it off with some fresh cracked pepper, and bon appetit.
That looks delicious and amazing. In fact, I want to try that this weekend as well for myself and my family. Now, tell us, what makes Vidalia onions your personal choice for the Derby dishes?
So Vidalia onions are generally one of my favorite onions. I like to go. I love their distinct, sweet, and versatile flavors that you can use. They're America's favorite sweet onion, and they're great in a variety of dishes. As you can kind of see displayed, there's plenty of dishes that I have recipes for. You have a Vidalia onion and short rib soup. That's a play on a French onion soup. You have a Vidalia onion and green tomato crumble that's going to be topped with some baguettes, tossed in some Old Bay and shaved Parmesan and herbs. Then to kick off that Kentucky flair again, we have a Vidalia onion and Brabant bacon wild mushroom bread pudding that's just going
Oh,
to be to die
wow.
for. So you got that
Yes.
sweet and savoriness going on.
Yes, and who doesn't love bacon, and then you add those Vidalia onions in there, you have a win-win situation right there.
Certainly, certainly, certainly.
Yes. Now tell us, how long are Vidalia onions in season and available in stores?
So Vidalia onions are available for a short window. Generally, the season starts in April and ends in August. So I would highly encourage you, if you've never had a Vidalia onion or you want to get some, go get them now. I mean, the window is very short, and I mean, they're great little gems.
Yes, and definitely love those sweet onions in dishes for sure. Now, tell us, in fact, one more question for you. What advice do you have for people who are hosting their own Kentucky Derby watch parties at home?
Well, advice I have for you is just have a good time. Cook with love, cook with passion. I can like to direct you guys to our website if you want more recipes for your party. Go to www.kentuckyderby.com/party. And if you want more information on Vidalia onions, go to vidaliaonion.org where they have more recipes and more information on Vidalia onion itself.
Perfect. I love that. And again, you can visit the Kentucky Derby's website, /party, as well as VidaliaOnion.org, not only to find out where you can get your Vidalia onions for your Kentucky Derby party, but also to get some wonderful dishes and some wonderful recipes for your party this year. Thank you so much for joining me today, Chef Kenneth. It's been a pleasure, and we will be looking forward to seeing all of the guests at the Kentucky Derby enjoy your amazing dishes this year.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.